This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the CEO of Atco Mining, Mr. Etienne Moshevich. Etienne, how are you today?
I'm good, Gerardo. Thank you for taking the time today. I appreciate it.
Well, listen, let's get right into it. I am a biased long-term shareholder. I've written 2 checks at much higher prices. I haven't sold a share. I firmly believe in the hydrogen storage future and the trend that is emerging there. So today's news was a pleasant surprise, but a surprise nonetheless. You just announced that you intend to acquire up to 75% interest in the drill-ready and fully permitted Atlantic Uranium project in the Athabasca Basin. The market seems to really like the news. Uranium is red hot, and I think only just now starting to really heat up. And the Athabasca Basin is, by far one of the premier jurisdictions in the world for high-grade uranium. So I wanted to have you on and just provide an update on where we are with things and what comes next.
100%. And thank you so much for doing this and taking the time and for supporting us from the get-go. So here's kind of our thought process and why we decided to do this deal with Standard, and we're extremely excited about it. The Atco right now, we have about 50 million shares outstanding, and we're sitting at a $2.5 million market cap Canadian, and we have about $1.25 million in cash. And over the last 6 months, Atco has been extremely quiet, and we've tightened the screws. We haven't spent any money because I said, you know what, the biggest asset we have right now are our projects in the hydrogen storage space, and we own them 100% outright. We don't have to spend any more money on them. We're holding tight onto those. And we're waiting while there's a lot more news flow from the government in terms of the $66 billion that's going to be spent in clean energy projects off the coast of Newfoundland. So we still own those 100%. We're keeping those. And I wanted to keep that $1.25 million in cash for something that I feel is ready to go, that I think will provide substantial value for our shareholders, because I'm the largest shareholder. I'm not only a CEO, but I'm also the largest shareholder. So Neil McCallum, who's a director of ours, he's the one that brought over this project to us. He's also on the board of Standard Uranium. So he brought this Atlantic project over to us and said, look, because I told him, I said, we have to have something. First, obviously, uranium market, as you said, is extremely hot. And it's probably the only commodity right now that's getting a lot of exposure and raising a lot of money on the basis of it. And I think this is not kind of a short-term play. This is an 18 to 24-month window where I think the uranium price is going to go. Like Cameco just got a massive 20% increase in their price target. This is here to stay. And so Neil sent us over the Atlantic project. And so we spoke to John Bay, and I absolutely love this thing. It's fully, there were millions of dollars spent on it to get it to be fully drill ready, fully permitted. The crews are literally there already, ready to go and start drilling this thing. And it's super close to ISO Energy's Hurricane deposit. And I encourage everybody to go and take a look at it. ISO Energy is the old next gen. And I wanted to make sure that I give our shareholders, that I'm the biggest one, that we give our shareholders a chance on a real drill play, because that's what I feel is really going to give us kind of the biggest impact in the market, is a drill play. And from everything that I've seen on Atlantic, this is the best uranium drill play on the market today. And the good thing is now we can leverage that cash that we have, because the moment we sign this definitive agreement, which we're working on right now, we're sending the money, we're going to start to drill. And so there's going to be no more waiting around for Atco shareholders. We are ready to go. And we're still staying in this clean energy space, and we still have all our hydrogen storage projects with us. We still own them 100%, and we're still going to, they're still in our portfolio. We're just waiting from the Newfoundland government to give us more updates on when they're going to be starting to spend the $66 billion. That will all come, but I didn't want to keep waiting. I wanted to give our shareholders a chance. And, over the last 6 months, we've had no news. The stock has been sitting at around a nickel Canadian this entire time. And we're finally giving our shareholders a chance on a real drill project with incredible upside in a very, very hot sector that I think is going to stay here for at least another 24 months. And we're sitting at a $2.5 million market cap Canadian, with half of that in cash. So I don't think there's a better buy out there, in my opinion, than Atco right now. And I'm putting my money behind it. I'm the largest shareholder, and I think this can give shareholders an incredible chance. And this Atlantic project will give our shareholders, an incredible chance at a drill-ready project that we're going to start banging out a lot of news flow from day one. So that's why we did the deal.
Listen, I like the project. I am, again, extremely biased. I'm an Atco shareholder. I also just recently wrote a check for Standard as well. So I like it as a shareholder of both companies. I love the exposure and the upside that we keep in the hydrogen storage space once the Newfoundland government gets back to it. And look, I love uranium. I love where it's headed. And anytime we can get a drill turning to see if there is a discovery of significance in the very near term, like we have here, that puts a smile on my face. So congrats on getting the deal set up. I'm looking forward to you consummating it. I'm looking forward to drills turning and having you back with an update, because there's not very many companies out there with half the market cap in cash sitting there and a market cap of under $3 million Canadian with the quality of projects that Atco has been able to develop. Anything to add to that, Etienne?
Yeah, you know what? There's just one thing. If you compare our market cap to any other market cap on the exchange right now with a drill-ready project in the Athabasca Basin, and I mean, they're trading at 10, 20 times our market cap. And we're sitting at, like you said, 2.5 to 3 million with half of that in cash. So I think we're an incredible opportunity right now. I encourage everybody to take a look at Atco. And I'm obviously biased on the CEO and largest shareholder, but I think we're giving investors an incredible opportunity at a drill play that I think has an incredible shot.
Couldn't agree more. Etienne, thank you so much for the update. Looking forward to having you back on once we get details on the drill program. And I would love to have Neil on to chat about the property. I know it's one that he's extremely excited about.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Gerardo. Thank you for your time.
Perfect. Thank you. Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.